Dun, dun. All right, so we're going to jump right into what interest rates are doing because it is quite interesting to watch, and I'm not sure when we're going to get any type of relief. However, if you've been watching the news, there is a pretty significant war that just started between the Hamas and Israel and Iran. Um, it's not good at all. So, however, interest rates actually tend to get better in times of uncertainty. So we may see some side effects of that trickle into the mortgage industry and the bond market, where mortgage rates actually would improve. Now, the bond market is closed today. Um, it's Columbus Day. So on that, I am going to share with you my Columbus Day joke. If you've known me for a while, it's the cheesiest joke on the planet. Forgive me if you've heard it before, but you guys know my last name. You can see it on here, so that's a clue. But what did Columbus say when he found the Americas? Does anyone know?
Yes, I know because I've heard it a million times, but I'm going to let somebody else
But
do
you
it.
can't spoil it. It's really bad. He said, "Whoa, land."
Sorry,
Sorry.
guys.
I know it's really bad, but had to
I
do it,
love
guys.
it. That was a good one.
I had to do it. All right, guys. So we're gonna jump right in back in here. I'm gonna share my screen once again to kind of show you where we are at with the markets. Bear with me one moment. So this is the bond market over the last week. If you can see right here, we dropped off a cliff. We dropped over 100 basis points in a week, from 99.69 to 98 to all the way up here. So that's not good. That is that it was not a good week. So the employment numbers. Remember, I keep talking about employment. That's the key to lower interest rates. And last week was bad for us, meaning employment numbers, ADP numbers, the JOLTS report, everything showed much stronger employment numbers than the Fed wants. Now, remember, the Fed is wanting to raise interest rates to a point where it becomes too expensive to do business and hire people at the same time. So they want to slow down the economy by making the cost of funds expensive, which slows down everything. At this point, guys, they're going to have to break something. The Feds are going to have to break something to make this happen, to get to their goals, which is not a good thing. So most people think it's going to be a hard landing that the Fed has now, not a quote soft landing. So we'll see. Now, hopefully, we'll get some sort of mortgage relief out of this uncertainty, what's happening in Israel and Iran. But interest rates, guys, I'm going to show you kind of where the average is right now. This is the average with no points. We're in the eights on conventional loans, guys. It's not fun to say that. Yes, you can get a lower rate. You can get it in the sevens. Yes, you can get it in the sixes if you buy the rate down. So buying the rate down right now is going to be very important. Talking to your sellers about pricing in a rate buy down when you start the listing, when you actually have the initial price out there, just build into that a price to buy the rate down. Now, it's going to get tricky because you don't want to overprice the property, but just know that buyers right now they're slow to react because of this. And last October is when rates got in the 7.5 range. And you all remember what happened October, November, December, January, February. It was very slow, and we actually saw values come down a little bit. I don't know if you remember that. They did rebound, but it was an interesting time. And right now we're above that on rates. So the next employment numbers are very, very important. So we're going to keep our eyes on that, and hopefully see some relief here tomorrow when the bond market opens. I'm going to go ahead and start my slideshow now. The mortgage update. And I'm going to be talking about today is when people come to you and they say, well, do you have a lender to refer? Why are you referring? I want you to be armed with really good, tangible facts and really good information to give your buyers so that when you refer somebody, they know why. And it's not just, I know this guy. There are some significant benefits to it. So, but here's some humor for the day. Buyers, I hope interest rates aren't high today. Interest rates, very high. There's good old Snoop Dogg. So there's my joke today. We have to try to stay positive through this. This storm too shall pass. But that was a funny meme that I saw on the internet this weekend. Whoa, what just happened there? It skipped all the way to the end. Hold on 1 second. All right, so here's where we ended on Friday. Um, it wasn't good. We were at the end. Um, this trend, guys, is pretty solid trend. We need something really big to break this. I am hoping that this war doesn't continue, but that may be something that gives us a little boost in the bond market. I mean, it's really sad what's happening over there, but hopefully we'll see what markets do in the morning. It could have an alternative impact on that because who knows what that's going to do to oil, the prices of oil and inflation. So we'll keep an eye on that. Um, but this is what I want to talk to you about now. Your preferred lender. Hopefully that's me. If it's not, we'll work on that. But what is it like? What are the benefits of actually having a preferred lender? What can you actually tell your customers why you're actually referring somebody out that you trust? And here's some of the things that I put together that are, I think, very important. First off, buyers need to know that lenders don't pay realtors to refer them. You're not getting any kickbacks. There's no incentive for you. Wow, what is happening with my, it keeps moving on its own. There's no incentive for you to give out a lender. They also need to know that the realtor will only refer lenders who have actually proven themselves. You don't just willy-nilly just send them lenders that you don't know if they're good or not. And they prove themselves over again with on-time closings, great rates, large range of products, and amazing communication. This is important to make sure you tell your customers. And a local lender that is well known and well liked in the community will be, and this is really important. If you have a lender like me that's been in the market here for a very long time, um, people know me. The listing agents may know me. People may have heard of our team, and that's good. That could be the tipping point for a realtor accepting your offer if there's multiple offers in the scenario. I can't tell you how many times it's happened where the listing agent calls me and says, "Oh my gosh, Sean, I saw your offer. Thank you so much. We feel really confident knowing you're a lender on here. We're going to go ahead and take this offer," and that it helps. It helps, guys. So that's another really good reason. Um, we also know the best local appraisers. I mean, I've been in the market here over 20 years. We know who the good ones are, and we can help with a good local appraiser that can really help in the situation, especially in the Prescott area, in the Flagstaff area, and then the edges and like the unique properties that we can find maybe in Paradise Valley, that type of thing. So it's very, very important to have a good local appraiser, and having a local lender that knows this is very important. Banks are terrible when it comes to their appraiser. I mean, you guys don't know, you've dealt with that. Um, and lenders that get referred by an agent, we have a massive obligation. I don't know if you guys understand this from an outside perspective, but we as the person that receives the referral, we are obligated, and hopefully we take it very personal, and we're thankful for the offers or for the referrals that you give, because we now have to prove ourselves to you by working our butts off to make sure it's a fantastic transaction so that these referrals continue to come. So if your buyer says, well, why should I use it? Say, listen, this guy is going to work his booty off more than anyone else that doesn't know me, because they're trying to keep my business. They're trying to make sure everything in this goes smoothly so that we can continue to work together. That, I don't think people understand how massive that is to the buyer. I don't think buyers understand that either. Another perk is we know how each other work. So we can better like fix problems if they come up. If there's issues with the property and we need to get really creative, we can work really well together because we've been there, done that. And I want to make sure you guys know that if you have an offer from another lender, like an online push button get mortgage blows up the loan type. I'm sorry, I didn't say that out loud. But push button get mortgage type company. If you have a legitimate offer from them that is written, we will match that or beat it. So just want to make sure if you have a lender that's giving an offer and they're outside of the area, they're a major institutional bank, whatever, we will match that or beat it. So just want to make sure you guys know that going forward. Here's a few key reasons why I think I'm a good, and you guys you may already know this, but why I would be a good person to refer. We are a mortgage broker, a mortgage banker, and a bank. I don't know if you guys all know that. The main loans we close are based on a banking side, which means we are mortgage banker side, which means it's a mortgage company that we do everything in-house. We're direct Fannie Freddie. We have our own underwriters, own closers, own money, own everything. That's a mortgage banker. A bank is a depository that has like a Wells Fargo and Bank of America, where they actually have customers that have credit cards, checking accounts. We have a partner, Waterstone Bank, that has very specific products that we can use that nobody else has. So we have that little niche. And then broker side, we can broker anywhere. So just want to let you guys make sure you understood that because it's pretty powerful. And then rates and terms, we won't be beat. I told you we'll match anyone, but also my knowledge of the bond market to know when to lock the loan is very important, because a rate may be a little bit better with a cheaper online company, but if I know the markets are going to get better, like if I know that the jobs numbers are coming out and we already have like a leak out there that it's going to be really bad or really good, I know when to lock. So I can save your borrowers and get them an even better rate just by knowing that. We do go over a very extensive mortgage planning session with a customized report giving analysis on multiple different options side by side. It's awesome for first-time homebuyers because they can see it and taste it and touch it. It's fantastic, especially for engineers. They love it. We do have a lifetime mortgage monitoring program. Didn't know if you guys knew that as well. We manage their rates to optimize it for the life of their loan. And don't forget, no lender fees on refinances. So keep that in mind. Also, I own FICOBoost.com. That's a credit optimization program. And so FICOBoost.com, that's me. And I am top 1% of the country. Don't forget that, guys. Knowledge is key. So there's a lot of people that are newer in the industry that just don't know the knowledge to get through potential landmines along the way. I know them all, and my team are very, very experienced. Trust, I promise you guys, I'm one of the most trustworthy peer persons you can ever meet. If you know me, you know that. I will fall on my sword. If it's my fault, I will do everything I can. Rarely do we make mistakes, but when I do, I own them. Again, that's rare, but when it does happen, and I'm not going to say it won't because we are human, but I will be the one that takes responsibility. And I think trust and knowing that that person you're working with, you can trust to get this to the finish line smoothly is really important. My team, guys, we have amazing people on my team. We guarantee all of our pre-approvals. We do it all the way through underwriting. We're super creative, and our availability, I work weekends, I work evenings, and whatever works best for you guys works for me. So if you have a customer that can only work or meet on a Saturday morning at 6 a.m., so be it. Let's do it. So, and then communication. I always like to use my Seanisms in there. I like to communicate heavily. We have a lot of text messages that go out on updates throughout the process. We give updates on LSUs every Friday. So that's just really very important to me is communication. And I think it's important for the overall transaction, as I think you are. It's probably the number one most important thing outside of getting the loan closed, which every lender should, right? So that's it in a nutshell this morning, guys. It's a ugly market out there when it comes to interest rates. I want to open this up to any questions that you may have right now, kind of like a Q&A or a forum where you can just bounce ideas off each other. It's kind of tough. So if you have any questions on buy downs, whether it be a permanent rate buy down, a seller buy down, jump on in. Let me know if you have those questions. Either speak up right now or put something in the chat. but I'm here to help, guys. Absolutely here to help because it is a challenging market in interest rates, but there are ways for us to navigate those waters. So any questions, let me know. If not, then you can go on with your day and hopefully have a productive one, as it is a holiday. A lot of people maybe are off, so maybe you're willing to pick up the phone and maybe get the process going with getting pre-qualified. So that's what we're going to be working on today. Any questions?
Aloha.
Any questions? Valerie, did you have one?
No, I just said aloha.
Aloha. Yes, I wish I was actually here. Doesn't that look beautiful? It looks peaceful for sure. You're very welcome, Jennifer. Linda, thank you for coming on today. Chris, as always. And let's talk after Chris to see what the status was on that offer this weekend. But if you guys have any questions, I'll be here. I'll hang out. And other than that, you guys have a phenomenal day.
Thank you, Sean.
You're very, very welcome.
Have a wonderful week.
I will. Thank you so much. And you too.
Hopefully I'll be talking to you this week.
All right. Bye-bye. Linda, it's just you and I. Enjoy your day. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we will talk to you soon.